Hello, my name's Lucy and I work for West Sussex. I'm an art tutor. Today we're going to be looking at continuous line drawing as a form of well-being to help us to relax, to have fun, and also to help us with our mental health too. So we're going to be looking at portraiture today and how to use continuous line, which I'll explain what that is as we go. So I hope you're looking forward to doing some drawing.
Hi, today we're going to be trying to make some continuous line drawings of portraits, a bit like these. So what a continuous line is a line that never stops. So if I just grab my pencil, I'm just using a standard 2B pencil today, and I've got my little rubber on the end too. So I'm looking at portraiture, I'm looking at famous people, so I'm just going to quickly show you those pictures now so you can see what I'm working from. So I'm going to be working my first picture on Mother Teresa. So I'm going to start with her nose, and a continuous line simply means that it does not stop. So I'm going to start with her nose, and I'm not going to take my pencil off of the paper. I'm going to go up to her eyes, try and get in as much of the feature as possible. You can keep going over the same area, but you cannot remove your pencil, so that's the rules. So you can see I've got her eye in, and I can either go up here and go around to her eyebrows, so she's got some eyebrows there. Oh, I hope that's okay, Mother Teresa. And then I've got to get her nose in. I'm going to go up to her other eye, create another almond shape. Again, still haven't taken my pencil off, so I'm just continually going over my picture here. I'm going to go back down the nose, give it a bit of a better shape there, and go down to her mouth. So her mouth is a bit tricky, and I want to be kind to her because the photo I have, she has her teeth showing. So I'm going to go around and create a mouth, and then I'm going to come back down and I'm going to create her teeth. But because I have to use continuous line, I just have to go for it really. So the whole time we're doing this, we're looking at the features of the face. What can we see? How does their teeth look? What shape are their eyes? And you're trying to get all those details in. It's not a matter of speed or accuracy. You're just simply doing it to try and capture as much of that person as you can. Mine looks a bit silly, poor Mother Teresa. But that's okay, because it's continuous line. I can't go back and make any corrections. And that's what's so interesting about this type of drawing, because you just literally keep going. So it's teaching you all the time to look at what you're drawing and to be mindful of areas like, I'm going to put her head scarf thing on now. And it's got bands of colour, but I'm going to add those in later. I'm just building up the layers. I'm going to come around the back here, and it sort of sits on her shoulders, so I'm going to make it look like it's draping a bit. And it comes up over her shoulders and her head, come back down, and then I'm going to add in her top half of her body. She's wearing her cross, so I'm going to put that on as well. So the plan is to get as much information in there as you possibly can, like that. So now I can take my pencil off and have a look at what I've done. So you can see that I've used the pencil, I've gone back over my lines here in some places, but this is only my first attempt, so I need to be kind to myself and think, right, okay, how can I learn? So that time I went from the inside of her face out. So I did another version of her here. I've got two versions so you can see. One is starting with the face shape from the outside and working in, and the other one is from inside out. I'd like you to try and do both, please. So this time I'm going to show you how to do smaller ones. I'm going to do Frida Kahlo. So working from your picture, just keep your pencil on the page and try and get as much information as possible into your picture. So you want to try and get the hair in. Think about how the hair could go. And again, you're still keeping your finger on your pencil and your pencil on the page. So I'm going to get her ear in. Oh dear. Oh, this is going a bit to pot, but that's okay. Oh no. I've run out of space. There we go. It's okay. We'll go back over that line. That can become part of her mouth. See, a little bit of repair work. Works charm. So I've got her mouth in there. And then we're going to come back up here, go back around that chin, try and make it a bit smoother to her eyes. And I'm going to get her nose in. So it's up to you whether you decide to do a lot of detail or a little bit of detail. I'm going to go back to get her eyes. So again, if you want to be really neat, you can go back over the lines and work your way around. But Frida Kahlo always believed she had a monobrow, so I'm going to put one in. In all her paintings, she shows that. So there is Frida. And then the idea is you just keep going and you fill the entire page with pictures till you get to a stage like this. I've got Frida Kahlo, Einstein, Martin Luther King Jr., Nina Simone, the Queen, Shakespeare, there's Gandhi there, and there's Mother Teresa. Then when you've got to this stage, what we can do is start to add colour. In the colour I've used here, I have used something called complementary colours. So I'm just going to show you what I mean. This is the colour theory chart. On the colour theory chart, all the colours on the colour wheel are labelled here. And what we can see is a complementary colour is opposite each other on the wheel. So, for example, if I was going to choose a green, opposite on the wheel is a red. So that's my complementary colour. So I can then use those two colours to colour in my picture. So I'll show you how I'm going to do that. So I've already got the green here on Shakespeare's hair. And now I'm going to choose another colour. So let me just get my colours. So I'm going to try and find a really nice red. So that one's probably going to be the best one. So on my green here, I'm now going to add on only the sections. So I'm going to break it down. You see I've blocked it out here into sections of colour. That's what we're aiming for. So, because I've got my green, I'm going to add my red right next to it. I know it looks a bit like Christmas, so bear with me. But actually, when you're applying your tone, you can use a firm pressure to outline the whole area so you know where you're working. Go right round the edges, turn the page. I always do, found it helps. Go all the way around the edges like this. Then I've got my section. And then when I'm filling it in, if I want to do just one complete tone, I'm going to be holding my pencil. Mine needs sharpening actually. I'm just going to sharpen my pencil. Bear with me. Really important to have a sharp pencil because otherwise you're going to get uneven pressure. So you've got your firm pressure around the outside. You want to hold your pencil not really, really close because that's when you're doing super hard things. And if you hold it really far away, you're not going to get very much firmness of pressure. So you kind of want to hold it about there. Okay, and when you're holding it, what I'd like you to do is to go with the shape of the head. So we're going to tone like this, and pressing. And if I think that it's too light, I can just go over it again, press a little bit harder. We're going to go back and forth in the space. You're going to keep it one direction, unless you're going around your outlines like this. Keep it in one direction. Keep with the flow of the head. And you're going to go all the way along that edge, along that shape, like this. And you're going to fill the entire thing in like this. Try and get a nice even tone. So those complementary colours should be starting to pop a little bit and jump out of the page. So I'm just going to show you how to do this one section. So now that we've completed that section, what we're going to do is we're going to carry on and complete every single one here. So what I'd like you to do now is to look at the list for the next drawing, and I'd like you to fill an entire sheet with single line portraits that you then colour in.
Thank you so much for joining me today to do some continuous line portraiture. I hope that you've enjoyed yourself and had a lot of fun doing it, and feel more relaxed, I hope, and ready to do some more drawing, maybe in the future. It would be fantastic to see you again, or maybe on one of my courses, but if not on an Aspire course. There's so many to choose from. I hope that you have a really great day, and hopefully see you soon. Thank you so much.